Hey guys, it's Danielle with Danielle Gets It Done, and in honor of October being ADHD Awareness Month, Tanya from Project Happy Home and I are talking ADHD myths.
Gonna love you, honey, on and on and on. I'm a morning dove singing out a song.
Be sure to check out her video below. Her son has ADHD. He is a little bit older. He is 8, I believe. My son is 5 and he has been diagnosed with sensory processing disorder along with ADHD. I feel like in my experience, the number one myth is that child just needs to be disciplined more, that mom's too easy on him, and that is why he has all of these issues. If you have a child with ADHD or suspect your child might have ADHD, I am sure that you can relate to this sentiment and to feeling judged, and it is not a nice feeling. No, ADHD children is not some thing made up for children who aren't disciplined well enough, but they have a chemical difference in their brain. And I can in some ways understand why people might think this. I personally practice peaceful parenting and conscious discipline with my child, which focuses on connection and calming down and naming his feelings and saying that they're okay, but we need to deal with them appropriately. And I can see how some would feel like that's too soft. I do not judge people who do timeouts. I've even tried timeouts a few times with our son, and they are just not beneficial for him. They backfire. So instead, we do time ins where we take a break, a mandatory break in his room or in some quiet place where we can together calm down, and I can help support him in that. And I can see how to some people who haven't dealt with this that it can look like I am coddling him. But you know, after a lot of tears and research and trial and error, I am 100% confident that I am parenting my child in the best way that works for both him and for my husband and I really sincerely just don't care what other people think at this point. And I really hope that you are there as well or close to being there. And if you're not, I can totally empathize with how hard that is. My number 2 myth is essential oils and diet and supplements can cure your son of his ADHD. Now, someone called me a hippie. I sell essential oils. I use essential oils on my son. We supplement him. I totally believe that diet is of utmost importance for all of us. We've gotten him tested for food sensitivities and we've, tweaked his diet accordingly. Like, I get it. But honestly, I hate to say this in case someone watches this who said this to me, but saying something like that to a mom with ADHD honestly is hurtful. Like, oh, my son's been kicked out of 3 daycares and I just needed to put some essential oil in his diffuser. Like, my bad. It's just unfortunately not that simple. And yes, I totally believe that those things can help, but again, it is a difference in his brain, and I feel like my job is to support him to be able to function highly in our society, to celebrate those differences. And yes, those things can help, but no, they cannot cure. And on the flip side, we actually choose to medicate our son, and we feel really confident in that decision, and it is really helpful. But again, it is not a cure, it is something to support him. The third myth that I come across frequently is, oh, he'll just grow out of it. People grow out of ADHD in teenage years and adulthood. And I wish that were the case, but research and medical professionals now agree that ADHD is just something that, at least today, people live with forever. And it's much like, I personally have anxiety, and I've learned to manage it a lot better, and some seasons are better than others, but it is something that I live with daily. And ADHD is something that my child will live with daily for the rest of his life. And again, my job as his mother, as I see it, is to set him up and celebrate his unique personality and brain, and to set him up with tools so that he can function at a high level. And just to wrap up, if you are at the beginning of this journey, I mean, I still feel like a newbie at times, but we've been trying to figure this out for probably 4 years now. If you are more at the beginning, I just want to send you lots of love. I think it is a really scary and isolating and lonely time as a mother or father at the start of this journey. And so I just want to send you a lot of love and tell you it's going to be okay. It's going to be a bumpy and beautiful ride, and your son or daughter is going to be okay, and they are okay right now. And I just personally feel so honored to mother my son. I sometimes marvel at watching his thought process and the way he thinks, and it is a difficult journey, but definitely a joyous and beautiful one as well. Don't forget to check out Tanya's video linked below. She's actually a medical doctor, so I am really excited to hear that unique and special perspective from her regarding myths of ADHD. If you have never visited her channel before, please let her know that I sent you. If you're visiting from Tanya's channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. We do ADHD content together frequently, and it's been a lot of fun, so I hope you'll stick around. Thank you so much for watching, and whatever your plans are today, I hope you get them done. Bye, guys.
Ooh.